Is it time to buy or sell SPDR S&P 500 ETF? In this video, we will explore the SPDR S&P 500 ETF in depth. Our initial report was published on our website on Friday, the 25th of July, 2025, and now we are here to provide you with an even more detailed analysis. Remember to subscribe, hit the like button, and turn on the notification bell to stay informed about our latest analysis. You do not want to miss any important updates that could affect your investments. Enhance your trading decisions by trying our newly launched AI stock analysis tool powered by GPT-4 at StockInvest.us. Tap into the capabilities of AI and receive free price predictions and in-depth analysis for any one among 45,000 companies worldwide today. Please note that this video is intended for informational purposes only and should not be regarded as financial advice. Since the 27th of May, 2025, our system has ranked the SPDR S&P 500 ETF as a hold or accumulate, assigning it a score of 0.00. Let's examine the ETF's performance during this time. During this period, the ETF has exceeded our expectations, showing a gain of 7.77% since we initially recommended purchasing the SPDR S&P 500 ETF 42 days ago. This results in an average return of 0.19% per day since it was classified as hold or accumulate. A score of 0 suggests that our system predicts high volatility and risk for the upcoming trading day. Considering the latest developments, we cannot determine the ETF's next movement, as it could proceed in either direction. The exchange-traded fund is currently situated within a narrow and strong rising trend in the short term, indicating that further increases may be anticipated. The present 3-month trend points to a potential change of approximately 12.97% over the upcoming 3 months, with a projected return ranging from 11.82% to 15.49%. Examining the longer term, our 12-month analysis suggests a projected change of 6.51%. According to our calculations, the stock's performance could fluctuate between negative 15.09% and positive 5.22% over the next year. In today's terms, this would translate to a future price estimated to be between $540.95 and $670.38. Our latest daily update for the SPDR S&P 500 ETF includes the headline, Green Day on Friday for SPDR S&P 500 ETF after gaining approximately 422 thousandths of a percent. The SPDR S&P 500 ETF price rose by approximately 422 thousandths of a percent on the last trading day, which was Friday, the 25th of July, 2025, increasing from $634.42 to $637.10. This marks 5 consecutive days of gains. It will be interesting to see if this trend continues or if the ETF will take a short pause in the coming days. During the last trading session, the ETF fluctuated by approximately 428 thousandths of a percent, with a day low of $634.85 and a day high of $637.57. The price has increased in 8 of the last 10 days and is up by 2.16% over the past 2 weeks. Volume decreased on the last day by 13 million shares, totaling 57 million shares traded for roughly $36 billion and $90 million. It is important to note that a decline in volume alongside rising prices can indicate divergence and may serve as an early warning of potential changes in the upcoming days. Over the past 52 weeks, the highest price of the ETF was $637.57, while the lowest price was $481.80. Currently, the price is 0.07% or 470 cents below the 52-week high of $637.57, which also represents the all-time high for the ETF. The S&P 500 continues its impressive streak, achieving record highs consistently throughout the week, finishing up 1.5%. This surge signals confidence among investors and could lead to increased buying activity, positively impacting SPY's price in the short term. The consistent upward trajectory indicates a strong market, potentially attracting more institutional investors who often chase momentum. Earnings estimates for the third quarter of 2025 also paint a favorable picture, showcasing a significant upside surprise factor, particularly within the energy and financial sectors. Companies like Boeing highlight this trend, up over 30% year-to-date, signaling robust operational performance, which might enhance investor sentiment and elevate SPY's value further in the long run. However, the market does show signs of fatigue. With speculative trading gaining traction, this could introduce volatility and create short-term pressures on stock prices. If investors shift towards more high-risk assets, it may lead to a pullback in traditionally safer plays like the S&P 500. In summary, while the immediate outlook is buoyant with record performances and soaring earnings expectations, the underlying speculative trends could pose risks, making it crucial for investors to remain vigilant. This dynamic could shape SPY's performance in the near term while maintaining optimism for sustained growth in the longer horizon. The following signals have been identified for the SPDR S&P 500 ETF. The SPDR S&P 500 ETF holds buy signals from both short and long-term moving averages, providing a positive forecast for the ETF. Additionally, there is a general buy signal from the relationship between the two averages, where the short-term average is above the long-term average. On downward corrections, there will be support from the levels at $631.28 and $614.73. A breakdown below either of these levels will trigger sell signals. A buy signal was issued from a pivot bottom point on Friday, May 23, 2025, and so far it has risen by 10.01%. Further increases are indicated until a new top pivot is identified. Volume decreased during the last trading day despite the rise in prices, creating a divergence between volume and price, which may serve as an early warning. The ETF should be observed closely. Some negative signals have also been issued, and these may influence short-term developments. Furthermore, there is currently a sell signal from the 3-month Moving Average Convergence Divergence, or MACD. Here are some additional signals that may capture your interest. The Moving Average Convergence Divergence indicates a sell signal. Pivots suggest a buy signal from 43 days ago. Bollinger signals a buy from just 1 day ago. The short-term moving average produced a sell signal 10 days ago. The relationship between the short and long moving averages shows a buy signal from 60 days ago. Examining the 12-month chart reveals the short moving average indicated a buy signal 65 days ago. The long-term moving average generated a buy signal 53 days ago. The relationship between the short and long moving averages produced a buy signal 42 days ago. For more signals, be sure to visit our page at StockInvest.us. Support, risk, and stop loss for SPDR S&P 500 ETF. The SPDR S&P 500 finds support from accumulated volume at $617.95. This level may present a buying opportunity as an upward reaction can be anticipated when the support is tested. Generally, the ETF exhibits controlled movements, and with good liquidity, the risk associated with this ETF is regarded as very low. Over the past day, the ETF fluctuated by $2.72 between its high and low, which is a change of 0.428%. In the last week, the ETF has shown an average daily volatility of 0.506%. Now, let's discuss some potential day trading levels for the SPDR S&P 500 ETF. There is no significant resistance from accumulated volume above, which indicates that the ETF could move upward swiftly under favorable conditions. In this scenario, it may be wise to enter a position and use volume as a guide for determining when to exit. On the downside, the SPDR S&P 500 ETF encounters its first support level, that's $617.95. If this support level holds, it could serve as a favorable entry point, anticipating a rebound. Our recommended stop loss is set at $618.62, representing a decline of 2.9%. This exchange-traded fund exhibits very low daily fluctuations, which translates to minimal risk. The 14-day relative strength index stands at 80, indicating a significant increase in risk. Notably, there is a buy signal generated from a pivot bottom identified 42 days ago. Is the SPDR S&P 500 ETF a good investment choice? The SPDR S&P 500 ETF exhibits several positive indicators. However, we still do not consider these sufficient to classify it as a buy candidate. At the present level, it is more advisable to view it as a hold candidate, suggesting you either hold or accumulate shares while we await further developments. Upon analyzing the volatility and movements from the last trading day, our systems indicate that the current price is overvalued. For trading on Monday, the 28th of July, we anticipate that the SPDR S&P 500 ETF will open lower by approximately 593 cents, beginning its trading at $636.51. We remind you that trading involves a high risk of losing money and that you should consult with a financial advisor before buying or selling any securities. You should not base your investment decision on StockInvest.us. By using this information, you agree and are responsible for your own investment decisions. This is our current view of the exchange-traded fund. Do you agree or disagree? Share your thoughts in the comments below. What is your target for the exchange-traded fund? Remember to like and subscribe. We wish you successful trading and hope you have a wonderful day. With regards from all of us here at StockInvest.